Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Great to be back again for another garden reading, isn't it?
Yes, let's get to it. Hi, chatters.
Hi, chatters.
Yes, let's get to it.
Okay,
Hi, chatters.
what we're doing is
Hi, chatters.
reading the Oracle Garden, Nancy Jean's Oracle Garden. This is what the garden looks like. It's got spaces that are called tiles, and there's a meaning for each space. And what we do is we throw our crystals on it, and we do a reading from the garden that way. It's a very intuitive way to read, and it usually does a pretty good job. I like it.
It sure does. And also we can get a feel for time a little bit better than we can with tarot.
Uh-huh. So if you want to put your questions in, if you can type them in all caps, it'll be easier to pick up. Hi, Lise. Hi, Deb.
Hi, Deb.
Hi, Plucky Heroine.
Lisa. Elise. Lisi.
We'll get them as we go.
Yeah. Oh, Angela. Hi.
Hi. Oh, it's Angela. Angela O'Neill.
Mm-hmm.
I already spoke to you this morning. Hello again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw her this morning on Nancy Jean and Scott. They're reading this morning.
Yeah. I love that political with them.
Yeah, Nancy Jean is an expert on the political, and she does a very good job of it. I love listening to her.
Right, with her background.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it makes a big difference.
Yeah, it does.
It's like listening to Popak in the soothsayer world.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's really good. So pop your questions in, and we'll get started as soon as you're ready. How was your morning this morning?
It was very good. As you know, we walk at the lake. I take the dogs, and that's where we go.
Mm-hmm.
We walk around the lake, so it's not just the lake.
Mm-hmm.
And Saturdays are crazy, no matter what time of the year it is, except for winter. But even then, there's an influx because it's Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So Saturdays, it's a no-go. It's stay home Saturday. And then Sunday is saunter.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when it's the heavy part of the year, we have to go early in order to be able to saunter because if it's summer, Sundays are packed.
Yeah.
And now that school's back in and football's on and weekend sports with the youth leagues, it's a sauntering Sunday.
Oh, nice.
On my schedule. So we got out there late, partially because today was a closing day for my 9 candles for Mebong.
Uh-huh.
And so I daunted myself at home before we left. And I was almost late getting back to do this because we sauntered a little bit longer because there's no conception of time.
Yeah.
And now that I'm retired, it's permission to not wear a watch. And I don't look at my phone for time because it's in my backpack. So I'm not reaching for it.
Yep.
So we can open the door with reading on something ourselves.
Okay. That sounds good.
And why don't we look for my little pendulum?
Okay.
Maybe this should be a 3-stone or a 1-stone throw? 2. What do you think? Because you don't always have to use all 5 stones.
No. I was just thinking of going with all five and see which ones relate.
Okay, so why don't I let you do that for me? And
Okay.
then I'll throw one stone
Okay.
after you do that reading. Let's see, what shall
Gotcha.
I?
Okay, your grounding stone is in your third eye, which bodes pretty well of finding that thing. It says brings an abundance to life, including manifesting your visions. So you may want to just use your third eye to look for it. And then your body, or well, your mind rather, orange calcite is in the throat chakra. Heart opens the expression of throat. So you might want to talk to it too.
Penny, where are you?
Yes.
Yeah, got it.
Remember how you did for your lost amethyst?
Yeah.
So call it to you.
So
And
it
then
could be this. It could be the elementals once again.
yes, true. Your spirit or your amethyst is in true. So I think that's right on the money. You need to talk to it, call it to you, and envision it in your third eye. And then your body is in air. To ground your thoughts, you need to be grounded when you do this. You usually are so. And then in earth is your clarity. You have many paths ahead of you. The correct one will appear in the future. So I would say that is, if you follow, if you speak to it, you call it, you look through your third eye, you're going to find it.
Okay, I'm going to throw the fuchsite, which is
Mm-hmm.
clarity, to see where I should start with
There
one
you
of
go.
those pieces of advice. Where should I start? Ooh, it's partially in the solar plexus. Oh, sacral, sorry, in the sacral, and a greater amount in the past.
Ah,
I
retrace
should
your
be,
steps.
yeah, retrace my steps, which takes me right back to what I was telling you.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's either lost in the car, but I swear I used it after that,
Uh-huh.
or it's still at the store, but I know I had it in my pocket. Absolutely so. So it has to be in the office somewhere in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
It's gotten pushed under a piece of furniture
Yep.
somewhere. And I keep looking, but I needed to get a broom under there and let it push things around because there's always bird feathers and it could be hiding.
Yes. Well, Deb has come up with a good question too.
Okay, good.
What will be the energy for the upcoming month? Oh, this looks fairly decent. Okay. For the solar plexus, I got the grounding stone and the mind. So we have power through connecting mental forces and okay, I can read this sometimes. Burns out the self doubt that blocks power. There we go. So you just need to connect your mental forces, and the self doubt is going to be fading away. Then we have the spirit or the amethyst in air. And spirit transforms thinking. So it sounds like a lot of clarity coming. Then we have the sodalite or clarity in air also, and that's be sure your thoughts are clear. So it sounds like just generally waiting for your thoughts to clear up, and it's in process now. It's good. It's already started its process. So there you go. You're going to be able to think in order to manifest what you want. And then I got the body or fuchsite in the tree of life. Seek harmony through physical form. So it means you need to move to assist this clarity in coming about. Just go for a walk, dance a little,
Well,
and you're going to see where you're going. And that's pretty good for the month.
yeah. So the calcite is the highest stone on my reading here, and it is in water, which is to let go of limitations.
Mm-hmm.
Scorpio lady,
Yes.
let go of some limitations. The season is coming, but it's not quite the Scorpio season yet.
Yep.
Then they're like straight across. So I'm going to read left to right. I have sodalite in the solar plexus. So, or sacral, sorry. Creativity needed to harmonize your intentions.
Mm-hmm.
Let go of the limitations. This is movement forward. Then we have the fuchsite in the forward path, which is on the other side. Sorry. Come, there we go. Look carefully at the omens at this time for your movement forward.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting a hit on something too. Just a second.
Okay.
Then in the throat chakra are both amethyst and your pyrite. With the amethyst a little bit in that path forward,
Mm-hmm.
which is, that's your truth. You'll know it when you see it, right? Okay, so then that amethyst and fuchsite, they are touching in the throat. So, sorry, I flipped it over. Both of those things, spirit shines through your self-expression, and it's to boost your self-esteem, express yourself.
Yes. There you go. That's right. Ties right into the walking and the dancing.
Right. And then you put that amethyst in that in there with the path forward. It can't get any clearer, right?
Yeah.
You have clarity, grounding, and your third eye right there together saying, this is it. This is what you got to do. And with the alignment, when you look at it, which I can't show you, sorry, I can't turn the camera down.
Yeah.
The calcite's up here, and the amethyst is here, and the pyrite's right underneath it, and the fuchsite's right over here, and the sodalite's right over here. So it's like you've got your own little Merkaba going on.
Uh-huh.
It's just part of the tetrahedron, but you've got one going on.
Well, that's a really good path forward for the month.
Yeah.
Okay, and Lisa has asked, what do I need for spiritual growth? I think if she listens to that, what we just read, and then we'll throw stones for her, but what we just read pretty much
right.
Which way to go.
We're all under this same umbrella when we are here together. And so because we are communal in our spiritualness, there is a little bit of truth in everything for everybody.
Yep. Okay, let's throw in Lisa and see what she specifically needs for spiritual growth for herself. Okay, I got her clarity in the tree of life. Your path is blessed with clarity and wisdom. I've got the spirit or amethyst in sacral chakra. Spirit inspires creative energy, so it's through creativity.
And I have, oh, I'm sorry, you're not done. Keep going.
Okay, the mind or calcite is in fire. Do not become tied to false energy of the past. In other words, just go for it. Your grounding is in water. And that's grounding changes are setting in to long-term patterns. And then your body, fuchsite, is also in water. It helps, it gets help from grounding elements. So you need to ground and then express yourself. And you're really on a good path. I mean, you just really have to follow the path that you're led to in this reading. It seems like, you just go for it.
Well, and mine definitely moves in. I'm not stuttering. It's just that I have earbuds in with a microphone so you can hear me better. And it's an odd sensation. It's like a monitor, and I'm not singing. So this doesn't make sense. Okay. That having been said, in the sacral and creativity, I have the sodalite, which is look carefully at the omens at this time in order to move forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sacral, sorry. Send me home now. Tying to cosmic wisdom is needed for the base. That's where your grounding is going to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I have grounding. The pyrite stone is in water. And that one is all about telling you, which you just had the same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Grounding changes are setting in for the long-term paths. So the cleansing that comes with water,
Mm-hmm.
you need to do yourself some kind of a ritual that will help you with this cleansing, like a 9-day candle,
Mm-hmm.
Herbs, salt bath. Imagine yourself in the shower with everything washing down the drain, etc. And then we have fuchsite in restate, which is over here. How come I can never find restate? There it is. That fuchsite is dilemma. It's not well defined. So you need that cleansing moment. You really need to take advantage of that water omen. And then you have amethyst and fire, which is thoughts from the past are clouding the enlightenment you need in order to move forward. This is how it's going to come to you. And since that fuchsite wants you to restate it, there's something in the language that you are telling yourself that is not encouraging the skills you already have. It's not blocking them. You're your own obstacle.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have calcite in earth, which is final thoughts on the situation are beginning to form.
Mm-hmm.
So the way to get out of that is to do a cleansing ritual.
Yeah.
And I'm also a big fan of cornmeal and salt mixture around the house or around a room or around a place where you like to meditate, to help keep anything other than what you want to focus on from getting in.
Mm-hmm. So basically, just use that third eye, watch for the omens, and go for it. Creativity is called for, cleansing is called for, and it sounds like an easy path to follow. It's more like the path is taking you, you know, like it's dragging you along.
Yeah.
You don't have to really work at it. That's really nice. I like that.
And when I do a 9 candle,
Mm-hmm.
I use the skinny taper beeswax,
Mm-hmm.
and I roll them in ground herbs.
Mm-hmm.
And I use maybe 5 different types of herbs that I mix together. and roll that in.
Mhm.
Watch the flame. In my cauldron, I have a piece of paper with whatever written on it, whatever my intention is. Or I use a sigil, and our sigil is in there right now
Mhm.
because I had myself through this Virgo season, which is something we probably all have been experiencing. We've been extremely hard on ourselves. We've
Mhm.
been extremely analytical of ourselves, more so than anybody else at this point. And partially that is because this Virgo season was all about the I am presence
Mhm.
of the North Node in Aries. That was the important factor. So it was not a selfish moment, but
Mhm.
an intended moment astrologically for us to focus on ourselves individually rather than worrying about who we have to take care of. The
Mhm.
kids are all grown. For once, it's all about you.
Yes.
And so we're still in the beginning of Mabon,
Mhm.
and this is the third day of the balance of the no movement part of equinox,
Mhm.
Mabon. And this is it. This is a good time for you now to begin another one. Like, because I just finished it today, of course I won't, but I
Mhm.
will do one now when we approach the full moon, rather, because I usually do it for the new moon
Mhm.
and then do it on the witch's sliver,
Yeah.
close on the witch's sliver. So,
That's
anyways,
nice. I like that. I love the making your candle.
oh, thank you.
I really do.
You know, there is if I might promote this woman, she does phenomenal things with herbs. But
Mhm.
you can buy a lot of beautiful herbs individually, and they come in really nice little apothecary jars.
Mhm.
And you get a good amount for the cost of the product.
Mhm.
It's called Old World Witchcraft.
Mhm.
She has a great website, even just for moon information, astrological moon information, and all kinds of tools in the herb department.
Mhm.
She also sells the itty bitty candles like we like to use,
Mhm.
but you can get a much better deal if you go to bulk on Amazon. And they're basically the same candle.
Yeah.
And what I love about them, especially when they're skinny, not only is it easy to roll and easy to press the herbs into it,
Mhm.
but you can also elongate the wick because
Mhm.
it's easy to press that beeswax down. Just the warmth from your hands can do
Yeah.
that. And the longer the wick, the higher the flame. The higher the flame, the more possibility of it dripping because beeswax doesn't always drip.
Yeah.
So by doing that, sometimes, it'll roll down the side and
Uh-huh.
then start to form other things in the cauldron. And then I read,
Mhm.
as I recommend for all, to read what is on the paper. What is the burn mark? What does the ash look like? And when you're doing a 9-day progressive, you can certainly watch what is coming to form.
Oh,
And I
nice.
think I told you last night, it
Mhm.
was like the head was this way, she was holding maracas and dancing, and the next, you could just see her head moving, like she was in this dancing movement.
Uh-huh.
The day before, she's sitting and she looks, I mean, the way the paper is forming is exactly as it was as I sit there, because I sit on the floor
Mhm.
with my legs stretched out and blah, blah, blah. And it was the movement forward. The dance is beginning. The season is here. Come on, tribal dancers, start your fires.
Well, that kind of ties in with the reading we got for the month ahead.
Exactly, exactly. And then today, for the closing,
Mhm.
what showed up was a big ribbon in the crown chakra because now this is really my body sitting there.
Uh-huh.
And there's a big ribbon and there's a backwards J But when you look at it in a different light, it takes me back to Michael's Tor, the
Uh-huh.
Tower of Michael, because it
Mhm.
spells Tor in the ribbon
Mhm.
and what looks like a backwards J till you move it just a little bit. So there's that. There was in part of my healing was in my neck. The
Mhm.
neck was there. What was healing in the shoulder was there. And it was like all of this upper chakra work that had to be done was all tied up in a bow.
Wow.
The
Nice.
sacral chakra that I have to do, the
Mhm.
number 10 is sitting there with a butterfly, which represents the hips
Mhm.
because it's down there in the same sacral area,
Mhm.
and a link between the two.
Wow.
So there are 10 more cords I need to cut with that sacral chakra.
That tells you a lot. Hello, Akila.
Ah! Now that I have been carrying on,
Yes.
did we get any questions?
No more at the moment, but Akila, you can put a question in if you'd like.
And hopefully, what I just lectured about can help you in doing a 9 candle.
Yeah.
And you don't have to have a cauldron. I got some cheapo cast iron frying pans. You
Uh-huh.
can get them, especially if you live in a state like Michigan or someplace where there's a lot of campers and hunters.
Uh-huh.
They end up over on at the Salvation Army more times than you can
Mhm.
imagine. And I got 3 cheapies, and one's the cauldron. One is a cauldron that I use just to burn sage and stuff like that in.
Mhm.
And then the other one I use to cook.
I was about to say I cook in iron skillets all the
Oh,
time.
yeah.
That's what I use.
Oh, yeah. I have a big Dutch oven
Uh-huh.
and then a smaller Dutch oven and then the frying pan.
Yep. I have 4 frying pans and a Dutch oven.
Yeah, I love the big Dutch oven is ceramic lined,
Uh-huh.
but it behaves the same way.
Yep. They're really nice. I love mine. Mine is
Hmm.
ceramic lined too.
Hmm. And that one is really good for soup.
Yeah.
I don't worry about scalding the iron too much.
No. Mm-mm.
I don't, and of course, with that you don't have to reseason.
No. That's the nicest part because um, when we had the freeze a few years ago, I forgot my all of my skillets were in my oven, and I used my oven for heat.
Oh, so we boiled and soaked in olive oil, right?
Yes, quite a bit. Still working on it for a couple of them.
Well, they will reseason. That's the beauty of cast iron, right?
Yeah.
Well, what else can we read on while we're um, sitting here together with our company?
Hmm. Let's see. Akila doesn't have a question, but she's loving the conversation. Should we do a reading for her for the month ahead?
Yes, let's.
Okay. Wow, Akila, this is kind of busy. I've got your clarity or your sunlight in false. Vision is clouded at this time. And if you listen to the earlier reading for the group, you just got to wait for that to clear up. It'll clear up all on its own. And then I've got your body or the fuchsite in the tree of life and true. And it says seek harmony through physical form. That again leads me to say go for a walk, dance, just physical movement is going to help. And then I have your amethyst is in future, present, and air.
Wow.
Okay. So spirit is not aligned with your situation. I'm sorry, I'm Diane. You're infecting me here.
I know, I'm catchy.
Hey, here's future. Be patient. The transmutation is not ready, so you've got changes coming. Spirit changes are happening now, so while the transmutation is not ready, it's already in the works. So you've got changes coming, and spirit transforms thinking. So you're really just waiting for spirit to work things out for you and clear your head. Then your grounding is in fire. Clarification from dealing with your past. So there's some kind of thing in your past that you're carrying forward that you really don't need anymore. You need to figure out what that is and just drop it. Let it go. You don't need it anymore. And then your mind or your orange calcite is in water. So let go of limitations. So it's the past element that's holding you back. You need to just let that go. And you're well on your way. It'll just flow with you.
So my highest stone is sodalite, which is in the future,
Mm-hmm.
which it says ideas planted at this time will begin to flourish. So this is again bringing us back to this Libra season, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we have fuchsite in air. And the fuchsite in air is ground your thoughts. That's your body stone. Get grounded.
Let go
And
of
then
the
I have,
elements.
well, and it's like, you know what I was saying about Debs and how it went, even with Lise, there was continuity in a line. Well, here again, I have future. Then we have this angle going straight down to the heart chakra and love, right? So her future is the sodalite, the body, getting all of that clarity there. The fuchsite in air is getting yourself grounded.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have the body stone, calcite. I'm sorry, the mind stone, calcite in earth. Get grounded. Yeah, final thoughts on that are not clear at this time, but they're being formed.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have pyrite in the heart, and that is all about the other side of the paper. It encourages your understanding of what it is you need in order to move forward. And then we have amethyst in heart, which is the mind and heart connection.
Yes.
So how are you talking to yourself? And then we have a bit of that amethyst also in the solar plexus. So in that solar plexus, amethyst is about the power comes from the spirit of your inner flame, your inner desire, your ability to transmute. Scorpio, she's another Scorpio lady. You know, that transmutation is ever so visible. Get out there and dance, girl. I know you just got back from the Caribbean, but Trinidad still calls you. Sing, dance.
Well, how can you not after being in Trinidad?
Yeah, exactly. I could hear her music when she came back in.
Wow, that's pretty good. Let's see, who have we not read on? Let me go up here. Oh, Plucky Heroine hasn't had a reading yet, I don't think.
Okay, let's do one for her for the month.
Okay.
Oh, and Angela, is she still here? We haven't read on her either.
Okay. Well, let's do Plucky Heroine and then Angela.
Okay.
Oh, wow. All in the center.
Ooh.
So for your amethyst, or your spirit is an air. Spirit transforms thinking. Your grounding is an earth. More to be brought forward. So that grounded thinking is really going to help you out. Then your spirit is in fire, or your clarity, I'm sorry, is in fire. Use the ideas you carry from your past and past lives for a solution. So whatever comes up, there's your answer. It's going to be in there. Then I've got your mind and your orange calcite is in water, and it's let go of limitations. That's the only thing holding you back is your own mind and what you're trying to embody. Just let go of it and let life carry you a little bit. Then I have your body, your fuchsite is in one of the spots that we all dread reading these gardens. I've got water, fire, and the past. When they're in a bunch of spots, it's a little bit easier. It's a little bit harder, rather, to pull it all together. We've got, okay, the fire is embody your past. And from the water, it helps from grounding elements. So you need to be grounded to embody your past. And then it has past. It's in the past section. Okay, where are you? There it is. Okay. Look to previous forms that have served you. So what you're looking for is things in your past that can help you. You want to look to those in moving forward. You don't need to follow them exactly, but think back and find what will help you move forward and use it. Take it with you.
Yeah. I have amethyst in the go for it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice.
Right. And so that is spirit is aligned with your ideas. However, I'm going to go down right now with that calcite because calcite is in fault, which is her tricking herself out of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the way she's talking to herself. And then we have pyrite, a little bit in air, but mostly in earth.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, in earth. So that's more is going to be brought forward, but you've got to let go of that chatter, that monkey chatter in your head that keeps talking you out of what it is you are trying to manifest. This is the way because sodalite is in path forward, totally in path forward. And so that's looking carefully at the omens at this time. They're right in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to, when you see a hawk and it's not a usual place or a usual sighting
Mm-hmm.
or the usual type of animal you see of any sort, there's a message coming. When I see a hawk, I first think of Gabrielle.
Mm-hmm.
And then I, of course, think of my chief, my Chief Tonquish, my Native American guide. And right away, I know I have definite messages coming in from the higher source. So look to your spirit animals and totems that are around you
Mm-hmm.
for those messages. Then we have fuchsite in earth and path forward and supporting the false talk of calcite. Don't let that fuchsite do that to you. That's your body. Get it out of there. Don't be overly grounded. One for in the earth, the other one is in the sky, right? It's like the Fool's card in the tarot. So that fuchsite in earth is physical changes are coming. So you will see when you stop that talk, you will be able to feel better because we start chasing ourselves. We, our shadow work that needs to be done might chase us. And then we stop and look at him and he runs away and we can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
That's because he wants us to chase after him. So what you have to do is when you stand, You throw a lasso of truth and reel them in and embrace it and heal it, because it's only yourself that you're talking negatively to. It's
Mhm.
only yourself that you're having a hate campaign with. It's only yourself that's chasing you. So you have to embrace that in order to heal it.
Mhm.
And you aren't always responsible for what had happened,
That's true.
even in your own reaction to it.
Mhm.
It's a victim of circumstances. And you can even say the same thing about the perpetrator
Mhm.
of the wound. What happened in their past? I mean, we all know how ancestral some of this is,
Yes.
right? So change the language you're using on your cell,
Mhm.
and your path will open right up. And this is Libra, time to do that. Especially since Mercury's going to be going in soon too.
Yep. Hi, Gerald.
Hey, Gerald, how are you? Shall we do Angela?
Yes. I don't see her question yet, so we can just.
Well, Plucky says she seems to. Oops, where'd you go?
That's the problem, that some of the comments will just flip.
Yeah, poop. She says, I seem to have a lot of projects going all at once, and completing them seems impossible. Don't worry about the outcome. Deal with the moment. I am like that.
Mhm.
I have to finish this oil painting, and I'm working on the illustrations for a children's book, and I'm decorating for Halloween and getting ready to do the witch and all that other stuff. And I have, you know, events I have to go entertain for. So I know what it feels like, and I can say, don't look at all of them. Pick one out of the pile and carry it with you as you go through the day.
Okay, let's throw some stones and see what we get.
Ooh.
Okay, this is a funny one. I have grounding in the future and present. So in order to get things done, you're going to have to ground.
Are you still thinking of moving, Angela?
Okay, and I've got your spirit is in path forward. Balance your energy to move ahead. So you're already grounded, grounding in the future and present. And here's your path forward is your spirit. You got to follow your spirit. I've got your fuchsite in false. Listen to your body signals. Your body signals will help you go from um, what do we want to call it? And from effort to effort that you need to finish. You can walk through it just by following your body signals. Like if it's not a good time, if you don't feel good or feel up to something, go on to the next project that you have. Don't feel like you have to do one right after the other in a specific order. Go pick one as your body supports you in doing that. And then I've got your mind, or your orange calcite is in fire, and it says, do not become tied to false energy of the past. So if you already had a list in your mind of how you wanted to do these projects, forget that list and follow your body a little more. Follow what you feel up to doing instead of forcing yourself to do one. And then the last one I have is your clarity is in water. You have the clarity you need. Follow one of the paths and use your life force to resolve your situations. In other words, use your body to tell you which project to do and when. So that's how you need to get through each of those projects that you have to do. Yep.
Wow.
Go ahead, Diana.
So, Angela, you've got sodalite in your crown chakra. And that sodalite in the crown that's like the right place for that stone to be because everything is really clear. However, you've also got fuchsite in fire, which is all about the past clouding your judgment. You've got to embody that like it's already happened. Take it in, it's already happened, because the amethyst is what throws the cloud, becomes smoky in fire, right? And that clouds the thought of the way forward. And when I'm looking at it, where that amethyst is, that sodalite is straightforward from there. So the way forward is to let go of that amethyst fire. Put that amethyst, the other half of it is in earth. And that's where you can ground yourself with that amethyst in earth. It's clear. You can't put sunlight over an amethyst. You'll drain the color. You'll cloud the color. So if it's in earth and it's just on an even tempo, it will clear itself out. And then we have calcite in the solar plexus. And that, again, is all about that powerful thoughts connecting the mental forces, right? And I believe she's a Gemini also. So this is a good time because we have Mercury going into Libra.
Mm-hmm.
And so I lost my purse bag. It was warning about last Friday's concert. Wasn't there, but my stomach aches several days when I'm excited. Feel it in my stomach. What happened at last Friday's concert? Well, then we have pyrite is in her heart. That one I have to look at. It encourages the understanding that all is not in the physical form. Right there. She just said it right there. When she's excited, she feels it in her stomach. So the connection is the mind to your heart, to your solar plexus, because your calcite is the mind stone, right? And that's in the solar plexus. That solar plexus is our fright, flight, or fight. And what happened on Friday's concert? You went to a concert on Friday and something occurred? Oh. She says she doesn't know what the problem is. She has written several times, but I don't think that was directed for us.
No. But we've got you, Angela.
Oh, she didn't go. She did not go to the concert.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. You're saying that you took that as a warning. Don't go. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. With the stones that came out here, I would say, yeah. So you were getting a download and you took heed. Dreams are often very prophetic.
Yes.
And this,
in the reading we got, follow your physical feelings.
mm-hmm.
So they're telling you the path forward.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. So there you go. That sodalite over there in the crown chakra. When this stone lands here, it's clear.
Yep.
And
there you go. I
love that because it's obviously something you've had plenty of experience with.
Mm-hmm. And it's leading you beautifully. I love that. Okay. Now we'll go to Miss Ray Ray.
Okay.
I have been consistently getting hit negatively left and right for the past few months. Will things lift up for me soon? Okay. I'm going to say yes based on the collective reading that we did earlier, but let's throw some stones and see what we've got for her. Okay, I've immediately got your grounding stone, pyrite, and go for it. The path is clear according to that. And then I've got your spirit, or your amethyst is in your third eye chakra. Which spirit helps your vision see around the corner. So you're going to see whatever's coming. It's moving to that where you can see what's coming before it gets there and kind of head it off at the pass, so to speak. And then your mind, or your orange calcite, is in the heart chakra and the solar plexus. Okay, power through connecting mental forces, and mind is being opened by the heart. So you are opening up to seeing things before they happen. Before you can feel it and you can see it before it happens, or you're going to get clues about what's coming next. So you'll be able to protect yourself a little better. And then I've got your sodalite, or your clarity, and your body are both in fire. It says embody your past and use the ideas you carry from your past and past lives for a solution. So you are going to be led forward, and you need to listen to past cues. If you see something that has happened before and you see the slight inkling of it coming, you're prepared. You'll see what's coming and be able to sidestep it, so to speak. So just follow what your mind and body are telling you, and those little cues from things that have happened in the past will lead you the way you need to go. So I would say yes, that negativity is going to be letting up, because now you can see it. You're going forward. You're going to be able to see it coming.
Okay. Yeah, well, and of course, this pretty much goes along with that, right? I have the highest part of calcite is in air, and it's also in earth. So your thoughts are important, but you have to ground them.
Mm-hmm.
The final thoughts on the whole situation are coming. They're just not clear at this time. However, I know that they're coming because you have sodalite in earth. And so what's going to end up appearing is all the different paths that you can take to clear out this negativity. And so if you weren't here when I talked about doing the 9 candle ritual, do a 9 candle to help you with a clearing. And it can be anything from tea lights to, whatever you want to do. But every day, try to set yourself at least 20 minutes to apply to a internal cleansing for yourself, a heartfelt cleansing, a spiritual cleansing. And then this is where it's getting cloudy, because now we have amethyst completely in fire. And as I just said, amethyst can't be in the heat. It clouds things.
Mm-hmm.
That keeps it from being clear. It's the smoky part of quartz, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you have to keep yourself, and this is what's nice. It's how are you talking to yourself? Because again, we have that fuchsite in half in restate and half in the solar plexus.
There you go.
So restate the way you talk to yourself about the past. Because with that fuchsite in that body, in that solar plexus, what do we have there? We have that fear, fright, flight, or fight. Which are you going to do? So you have to restate the way you talk to yourself. And be gentle. Embrace what you don't like about ourselves. It's still a part of our inner child that needs to heal and mature and grow. So,
But
and
see,
then the negativity will clear. This is Libra.
well, see the negativity. You can reframe what you're saying to yourself about it. In that, you can say, "Oh, I've seen this before. I know how to change it. I can see it. I see the clues. I see the cues. Now follow another path. Don't do it the same way you did before."
When you identify the behavior,
Uh
as a school teacher, I learned this one. When you identify the behavior, you diffuse the situation
Yes.
because then you can apply logic.
Mm-hmm.
And we
See,
are all our own teachers.
yes. So you can use that experience from the past as a roadmap for how to get around this negativity or how to diffuse it, how to get rid of it. You've already got the knowledge of what went on before, and you know not to take that route again. Give yourself some credit. You're smarter than you think, or smarter than you're giving yourself credit for. And you've learned a lot through life.
Right. Right.
You're welcome, Miss Ray Ray. Oh, I love that one. That one got me. That was a fabulous one. She knows which way to go.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, do we have any more questions?
Well, and we're coming up on our hour.
Yeah.
So, shall we do one and done for the. When are we going to come back? In 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Okay. So, shall we do one and done for the next 2 weeks or?
Okay. Oh, your clarity is in your heart. Can you think of anything better?
Go for it.
Wisdom comes from clarity of emotions. Oh, this is great. The spirit is in restate. Going in the right direction, but you need clarification of your spirit. You need to clarify what your spirit sees coming and follow it. Then we've got the mind in the root chakra. Okay. Creativity is the key to security. So there comes that creativity again. Get up and dance, do some art. Do paint. Anything creative. Color in a coloring book. And then I've got the body is in air, earth, and water. Okay, so ground your thoughts. Physical changes are coming and helps from grounding elements. So you just need to be grounded. Changes are coming for everybody. It's going to be, this is for the next 2 weeks. So just make sure you stay grounded. And then, of course, your grounding stone is in earth, which is more to be brought forward. So there's more information, more of your path is going to be revealed. I think that's a great reading for the next 2 weeks. We all need to have a little more grounding, I think.
Well, and in between these 2 weeks, on the 29th, we have the autumn harvest moon, which is the super moon.
Oh, wow. There we go.
Right? Right? And so, and then in October, on the 14th and the 28th, we have the eclipses
Oh, okay.
on the moons, right? So this is a good time. I have calcite and go for it. That's why I said that. And then I had sodalite in the crown chakra. Well, sodalite in the crown chakra is, if it lands here, you know what to do. And calcite in go for it is your thoughts are clear. You already know what to do. Then fuchsite fell in air. And I have to show you my stone. Okay. You see the shape of it?
Uh-huh.
This point right here was pointing, is over the line and pointing in future. So that fuchsite says, make sure your thoughts are clear when it's in air. And when it's in the future, it says, ideas planted will flourish at this time. And then we have both pyrite and amethyst in earth fully.
Oh, beautiful.
Perfect. Yep, total grounding. So stay, this is, depending on where you are living as far as seasons go.
Mm-hmm.
This is the last hurrah where I'm at. Everybody's gathering the final everything,
Mm-hmm.
The hay's cut, it's being rolled over one more time before it gets baled. There are some, of course, early harvests that were baled already. So all of that stuff is happening right now. And so that's it. And then we have that super moon next week.
Mm-hmm.
So this and then we're in then we're into Sawe. This is it's such a dynamic time. Astrologically, I cannot say enough for everybody, for all of us. And as hard as it's going to be from time to time to stay focused and don't let that riffraff in,
Mm-hmm.
we can do this. We are light workers. We are empaths. We are united.
Yep.
We are in the divine light. And if I may just close with this little incantation,
Mm-hmm.
please place us in a steady flow of divine white light, the white light of divine guidance and grace. Then wrap a blue bubble of protection around us that shrinks to fit as we step into the healing teal green orb of Raphael that floats and spreads and shares and transfers. The divine white light, the white light of divine guidance and grace, so mote it be.
So hard it be.
Namaste.
And I wanted to say hello to Cup of Tea with $3 worth of sugar and cookies.
Ooh!
Do make sure you rewatch this one. It'll be good. And if you have a question, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the same time.
Right, write them down.
Yep.
When we have a small group of us, we can answer more than one question.
Yep. Okay, thank you all. This has been wonderful. I really
It sure has.
this.
It sure
Thank
has.
Bye. See you next time.